Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about how to take back your time, how to take back your schedule when you're feeling really overwhelmed with something that might be going on in your business or just your day-to-day operations. I was feeling like something was really off at the beginning of this year, and it took me a while to figure it out. And once I got out of that slump and took ownership of my time again, it really made a difference in everything in my business and life in general. So I want to share that with you and what I did to get back my own time, because this is so important. If you think about time, we can't buy it. We can't purchase a course on how to get more. We need to really manage it and be really mindful of it. And I always take pride in how I manage my time, but there was just a couple things that were really bothering me. So I want to share those stories with you and how I got back freedom and joy back into my day. At the end of 2021, I sat down and took a break from doing homeschool, and we were on Christmas break, and I really took a look at what I wanted 2022 to look like and forward. And I laid out that plan, and I was really excited about it. It looked really easy and simple. And then I got out my new planner for the year and I started writing down all of the calls that were already booked. And I was writing calls down for August and September. And those were all podcast interviews. And I felt really, to be honest, it felt a little overwhelming. And I was trying to put some gratitude on top of it because I should be grateful for all of the people who wanted to be on my podcast. But it was really like, oh my gosh, I have calls booked out for almost the whole entire year and I haven't even flipped into 2022 yet. But I kind of set that aside and let it be, right? Because that's kind of the person that I am. You know what? This is here and we're going to take care of it and we're going to keep going. I was also creating a brand new promotion plan for Stand Up Coaching Academy for 2022. I knew that we were going to hop right back into homeschool once January started. And just running a home, running a business, full-time job, all of those things that you guys all have too, those are all always going to be on our calendar. So I just saw a lot of things on there. And usually I get excited about things to do every day. That's the type of person I am. But there were just some things that were kind of like, I would really like that time to do other things, but that's okay. I'll keep pushing forward. I'll keep pushing forward. Well, fast forward a few more months, and the promotion plan for Stand Up Coaching Academy is going well, and homeschool is going well. Everything's running really well, but there was just that one thing that was poking at me that felt really heavy, and I didn't know what to do about it. So I started reading some books to help me probably do things that I already knew and that were true, but I just needed to hear it again. You know, like a kid needs to hear something a few times. That's me, especially when it comes to me being stubborn and changing my ways, rescheduling things, whatever. It's really hard for me to do those things. It is very hard for me to do that. So I know that I have limited amount of time when it comes to my business and when it comes to homeschool and all of the things that I carry. And I love every single hat that I wear. But when I read Christy Wright's book, How to Take Back Your Time, or Take Back Your Time, I can't remember what it's called. It was like, okay, good. That's exactly what I needed to hear. And I started writing down all of the things that I do every single day that I love, and then I would look at the things that I didn't quite love anymore. And I'm always asking God for signs because for some reason, I'm never so sure. I am a very indecisive person sometimes, and I can overanalyze the crap out of things. Just ask my husband. And so what I did was there was one thing glaring at me, and it was podcast interviews. I love doing podcast interviews. I love when I get to meet a new person every single week and put them on the podcast. That makes me so happy. But then I started to realize that, you know what, that hour on a Saturday morning, I think I would rather spend it with my family or my clients, my students. And I decided after a long time to cancel all of those interviews for the rest of the year. It was so hard for me to do that. But the reason why I did that was I did podcast interviews every Saturday morning, and I've always been blessed by being booked out with clients. And I decided, I put on my CEO hat and I said, I'm going to give my time to the people who are investing in me, my clients and my students, and that's it. That's all. I've done plenty of podcast interviews, hundreds of them, and I'm grateful for every single one of them. But I had to put a stop to them because I wanted my time back. I really did. I craved it. I was homesick for it. I just wanted it. And there were some signs, some negative signs popping up that I think God was nudging me like, see, you need to do this. No shows, cancellations at 1:30 in the morning, random things, like things that did not typically happen. And the Book Your Dream Clients podcast has been around for almost 3 years. And those things just were not a common occurrence. Sure, things happen, but it was just kind of all lumped into one time. And I knew that those were signs for me to say, let's focus on other things. When we look at our business in 5 years from now, how do we want it to look? I am not the person who's going to preach to quit your 9 to 5. I enjoy my 9 to 5. I enjoy that. So if I'm going to wear the 9 to 5 hat, I'm going to wear the CEO hat, I'm going to wear the homeschool mom hat, the wife hat. I need to really be mindful of how I spend my time. And I decided that if I could have 1 more hour a week to either enjoy working on my business, spending time with my family, going outside when it's nice out, that means more to me. So I canceled a lot of interviews and I apologize for it. I let them know why. And I still get applications coming in to be on the show, and I let them know that right now I am not taking on any guests, but if I do in the future, I will keep them in mind. And everyone was super understandable. And I hope that that was a good example for someone who's feeling like maybe they would like to do that too. In fact, I even had a conversation with a friend about this very issue, and she was having a hard time deciding if that was something that she wanted to do. It was weighing on her heart, and I told her my story, and she said, okay, that makes me feel a lot better because I wasn't sure how to go about it, honestly. And you really just have to be truthful with yourself and look at your day. Write down everything that you're doing. If you have to go hour by hour, what are you doing? Do you like it? Highlight it pink. Do you not like it? Highlight it in a different color. And if it's something that you don't enjoy doing and something that you don't have to do, like I don't enjoy folding laundry, but I have to do that, right? Something that you don't have to do. Why are we doing it? What's the point? Are you doing it because it's on your calendar? Or are you doing it because it's just another thing to check off on your to-do list? Are you doing it because you don't even know why anymore? Those are the things that we need to reevaluate and think about, because we don't have to do things we don't want to do in our business. And sometimes we're always creating these random lists for no reason because we heard somebody else talk about how we should do this and we should do that. And I've always operated my business by how I feel, my values, what's important to me, what's comfortable for me. I've always operated my business that way. And that's why things were feeling off for me, because I wasn't. So if you're feeling like something's off, we're going to do an episode about that in the future, what to do when you feel like something's off. But if your schedule is tearing you apart and you are walking into your office with a weight on your shoulders, do something about it. Because if you don't, it's going to completely cover you and it's going to be really hard to get out of. So use my story as inspiration to take control of your time, take control of your schedule. You can do this. It's really easy and it feels amazing. And because I'm always transparent with you all, I had to share this with you because I want to give you some empowerment to do the same if something is feeling like it's taking advantage of the calendar in front of you. I hope this was helpful. If you need to talk it out, or if you found that it gave you some liberation to do the same, let me know. Send me a DM on Instagram, Lindsay_Maloney. And if you need more help running your business your own way, I am here to help you. I have lots of free resources and classes on lindsaymaloney.com. And of course, I am always inside the Facebook group, dreamclientcommunity.com as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you on the next one.